action.
Okay, student, how are you today? Are you fine? Okay, you meet me again with me. Okay, are you ready to join with me? Okay, today we will have the topic that is about the conditional sentence. Okay, before I explain more detail, it is better for us to know or pay attention with some sentences that I writing down in the whiteboard, please. Okay, look at with the first. If I get sick, I go to the doctor. And the second is, if I get sick, I will go to the doctor. And next, if I got sick, I will go to the doctor. The last, if I had got sick, I would have gone to the doctor. If you pay attention all of the sentence, maybe seemingly all of that the same, but actually that is different. Okay, let's we talk about one by one because having a relationship with the pattern. Look at with the verse. Get, go, get, there is will, and then got, and then would go, and then had got, and then would have got. That is the sentences is different because for each sentence having the different patterns. Actually, when we talk about with the conditional sentence, there are 4 types. The first sentence, the type is zero conditional sentence. And the second is type 1. And the next is conditional type 2. And the last is type 3. Okay, now let's we continue to discuss more detail one by one. What about the pattern for zero conditional sentence? Zero having the pattern if, then, present with present. I mean here that is present tense. You know it. What about with the patterns here? That is present tense here. It is if, subject, verb 1, maybe ended as or is. That the same subject, verb 1, ended as or is. Look at this. Why that we don't end with as? Because that is the subject here, I. And then, what about with the type 1? The pattern is if, that is present, and present future. What about with this? Similar the same with the zero, but difference here. That is subject, verb 1, and it as, then subject, and then will, verb 1. Look at this. Similarly, zero with type 1 is same, but difference because on the zero there is no will or it is not future, but the present both of them. But the type 1, that is present and present future. This is the patterns. What about with the type 2? That is if, past tense with past future. For more detail, that is past tense is subject, verb 2, and then past future subject, would, followed, verb 1. Sometimes students make confuses or doesn't understand. They think that is the past, it is the verb, but no, that make it into the past form, that is the model. Indicate that is the past future. And then what about with the type 3? If, and then past verb with past verb future. But with the detail, that is past perfect, it is subject. Had whatever subject, that to be just one, had, and then verb 3. That is past perfect, that is subject, and then would, then have, verb 3. Okay, look at here. Had, would have gone. This is past perfect future. And then go say, would go. That is past tense, past future. And then get, straight, and then will go. It is present future. That the zero is get, and then go. Okay. Is it clear, yeah? And I think that is very easy. Okay, now let's continue with some exercise. Okay, student, you have known about the patterns here, yeah? And then don't forget it, that you must really understand and master it. What about with the 0, with type 1, type 2, and type 3? Okay, now let's apply it directly with our sentences. Look at the number 1. There is a sentence, Anita, here, we don't finish yet. It means that is blah blah blah. Actually, that you must complete it here. Anita, on the bracket, be a good journalist if she works hard. How that is the sentence? It must be make it into the conditional sentence. But first, before you complete the sentence, you must analyze first. That is the sentence. It is 0. It is type 1, type 2, or type 3. And then how we can analyze it? Look at where the other clauses, because for each sentence there are 2 clauses. This is the first clauses and the second is clauses. Okay. Look at where the other clauses. Look at here. Works. Works, it is present tense. So how to complete here? Yeah. Of course, that is type 1. So we must apply it using will be. Because this is the present tense, so here it must be in the present future. Okay, next. What about with number 2? Anton could make a good movie if he, on the bracket, concentrate on his job. Let's first analyze. Anton could make a good movie. This is the first clause. Do you think what is the type with number 2? Look at here. Of course, that is type 2. Because there is past future. We can use it would or maybe could, yeah, the model. Just because here there is the past features. So here it must be past tense. It will become this is. Okay. Very easy to be understood. Okay, now let's continue with number 3. This number 3, it is the fact sentence. The sentence doesn't make it into the conditional yet. So if we find with the sentence like that we must change into the conditional sentence. How we can know that is the sentence, it is the fact? Because there is so. Because indicate for us that is the sentence, it is the fact sentence. So we must change the sentence into the conditional sentence. And then if you know it, that is the sentence still in the fact. What about with the conditional sentence that we must make it? In conditional sentence there is a rule. If the fact you said the present tense, the conditional sentence that we must make it, that is type 2. That is rule. Okay, so how to change the fact into the conditional sentence type 2? That we must know it. The conditional sentence, it must be opposite with the fact. So that the sentence, it will become, if she felt better, she would not go to the doctor. This is the changes from the back into the conditional sentence. Look at here. Present tense, yeah, it must be type 2, that is past tense. If she felt better, that is opposite with the fact. She would not go to the doctor. Do you understand, student? Okay, now let's continue with number 4. Number 4, what is the tenses applied into the sentence? You must analyze first. There is was, there is didn't. That is true. The sentence using past tense. How to change into the conditional sentence? There is rule. If the fact you said the past tense, the conditional sentence that we must make it must be type 3. How to be changed? It will become, okay, you put here, yeah? It will become if he were not tired. Oh, I'm sorry. Type 3, that it must be in the past perfect. If he had not been tired, huh? And then he would have gone to party. Okay, students. Maybe you will ask me, why, ma'am, that it must be applied using been? Because in this pattern there is no been here. Maybe you will ask me. That's a good question, yeah. That you must realize it. That is tired here. It is not verb. So if there is no verb, the sentence into the past verb must be using been. Okay, student? Do you understand? Is it clear for you? Okay. I think that's our lesson today. That's enough. I will give you homework. If you have difficulties, you can ask me more detail. Okay, thank you. See you again. Be healthy always. See you. Bye-bye.